The NFL season is upon us. That means millions of people are attempting to assemble the best possible NFL team they can through fantasy football. Now, if you're anything like us at Front Office Pros, you're in it for the long haul. I'm talking Dynasty Fantasy Football. If you're not in Dynasty, you should be. We have a full IDP salary cap Dynasty League, so we're going to give you some help. Here are 3 players that you need to buy right now if you're in a Dynasty Fantasy Football League. All right, we are the Front Office Pros. We're a Dynasty salary cap full IDP league. We're in essence GMs of our teams, being active both during the regular season and the off season. As a result, we've seen a ton of league engagement in our league, averaging over 50 trades a year. So if you are interested in getting more league engagement, and if you're just really into the contract structures and wanting to get as detailed as possible, definitely check us out. We're going to get into it right now. Our goal here is to bring that experience to your league. So to start this video, we're going to talk about 3 players you should definitely buy now in a Dynasty Football League setting. So to start out, Steve's going to kick us off. He has his player. Who do we got, Steve?
Yeah, so my player, which could be somewhat of a surprise to some of you based on the headlines that this player has received recently.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but that player is safety Jessie Bates. So Jessie Bates has played 4 seasons in the NFL, a former second-round pick, and he just recently was given the franchise tag by the Bengals. And NFL players don't want to receive the franchise tag. They want more, guaranteed money, stability over a number of years, whereas the franchise tag is just a 1-year deal where the player gets the money, but if he gets injured, could really cause trouble. So he reluctantly signed the franchise tag, and adding insult to injury, they drafted safety Daxton Hill in the first round, which Daxton can play the nickel, which wouldn't be an issue for Jessie Bates because he plays the deep safety for the Cincinnati Bengals. But Daxton Hill can also play that deep safety role. And so being that he'll be on a rookie contract for the next 4 years at least, plus a possible 5th-year option, Actually, wait a minute. He was a first round pick, right? Keep me honest, boys.
I'm not sure.
Bates?
Hill.
No, Hill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
So wait, why are we buying Bates?
I'm getting there.
This is not the
Doesn't
cards do
sound
not
good to me.
seem.
Wait.
Doesn't seem it's in his favor.
Wait. So last season was his worst statistical season to date over the past 4 years.
Okay.
Before that, he's had 100 tackles each season. He's had at least 3 picks, and his breakout year last year, he had 15 pass deflections. So Jessie Bates has shown that he can, he's around the ball all the time. He gets picks, he gets pass deflections. He had a down year. He wants to get paid. So he's going to show out. He may not, I would monitor his status. He could be a buy low. See what I did there? A buy low, not a buy high, a buy low for Jessie Bates. And I think an owner could be panicking for him. I think especially our owner may panic after week 6 or 7. I think you get him for a discount rate. So I'm buying Bates.
You're saying after week 6 or 7?
I'm thinking like.
So you think he's going to get off to a slow start?
Well, possibly with Daxton Hill getting rotated in, but he wants to get paid. So I think whether it's with the Bengals, most likely not. Safeties can play long into their career. I believe he's only 25 years old, so he's got plenty of years left on him. So the 2nd-year contract is a little bit dicey. You don't know, but I'm looking at him as a buy low.
Okay. So you're saying the Bengals he's not going to be a Bengal next year is what you're saying. But whatever team does.
Yeah,
okay.
That's my prediction.
But the team that takes him is going to take him because they want him to start and be their rock star safety.
I think he'll get paid.
Okay. All right. Any rebuttals, boys?
I agree with you, Steve. I don't think the Bengals are going to go ahead and pay Bates after the season. But I do expect that he would get money from another team. He's one of the most talented safeties in the league, in my opinion. So I think he would definitely get scooped up and get money from somebody, if not the Bengals, which it's not likely after they did draft Daxon Hill, as you mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, though. You buy him low, you buy him now, but then you wait. If you have the option to extend him, you don't extend him. You wait till after the season. You wait to see where he goes next year. You wait to see if the scheme fit is right, and then you can opt to pay him. So get him now, get him low, but wait until after the season to actually, give him your own contract extension.
That's a good point too, Char. Like rule of thumb for me is almost like follow what the NFL team does. So like if you have the option, I'd franchise tag him. Do the same thing, just so that who knows? He could be out of the league and then you're toast. So, right. But I think he's a good buy low. I think if I'm a Bates owner, I'm optimistic. It's one of those things where if I have him, or if the owner who has him in our league, I think he's panicking. So I'm interested, but if I had him, I would be slightly concerned. But I think he's a buy low.
All right, Joe, who you got for us?
Yep. I think mine's a bit of a better buy than Steve's. It's a little easier to get behind. Talking about a player that potentially is about to break out this year versus somebody who's already previously broken out. And my player is wide receiver Allen Lazard of the Green Bay Packers. There's a lot of vacated targets left behind after Devontae Adams leaves to go to the Las Vegas Raiders. He's a guy I like a lot. He's 6'5", 227 pounds. I think he's going to be Aaron Rodgers' main target in the red zone. I look for him to get an increase in touchdowns this year. I know a lot of the vacated targets, usually go to the running back, could go to Aaron Jones. But Lazard's competition is old man Sammy Watkins and Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb's not an old man, but he's
an old man. Yeah. I mean, he's also old, but they both get injured often, so they're not on the field the whole lot. So I'm not too concerned about those guys. And then Aaron Rodgers, he just doesn't trust rookie wide receivers. I know Romeo Doubs has gotten a lot of hype this training camp. Might look good. I know there's a lot of hype around Christian Watson as well, but I think given how Lazard ended last year with the last 4 to 6 games, you kind of saw that connection develop between him and Rodgers, and I think that continues this year, and he's gonna look for him to have a big year. And I know I got him on the cheap a couple of years ago. I still got him for another 2 years for $2 million, and I'm happy that I hung on to him and now hopefully get to reap the benefits of a breakout on a cheap contract.
That's good, Joe. I think I'm more on board with yours than Steve so far. Any rebuttals? Any? What do you got to say, Steve? You like
Honestly,
it?
I didn't even realize he was 6'5". That's crazy to me. I didn't even realize he's a huge target. But I agree. I mean, Joe's right. I mean, there's vacated targets in Green Bay. They got to go somewhere. I mean, whether he's a breakout's a question. I mean, he should definitely get an uptick in volume. It's just a question of whether he gets like the lion's share. That I'm not so sure, but I agree. I mean, it's a safe bet. I mean, his value has been low. It's just, I think it's going to be tougher to pry away. If you tried to acquire him right now, I think it'd be tougher to pry away.
So he'd cost a little more than Bates, you're saying?
Well, if you extended him now, you'd be in great shape. Right. But I'm just saying, if you tried to trade for him and buy now, I think that would be tougher.
So I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers came out and he just trusts his wide receivers so much. He's like, yeah, both Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon are going to each get 50 receptions. Here's the thing. I'm not buying any Green Bay receiver this year. Get me their running backs. That's all I want from Green Bay. Maybe a little Tanyan, the tight end. Aaron Rodgers has shown rapport with that man, but these other wideouts, it's too much of a risk for me.
Wow. I think this could be a little bit of owner bias, considering we're coming from the AJ Dillon owner, and he also has Tanyan on his team. So we'll see.
Absolutely, Joe. Absolutely.
All right, Char, who you got for us?
All right, y'all. This guy's a slam dunk. We got Saquon Barkley today as the must-buy running back this year. Okay, here's the
Really?
thing with Saquon Barkley, right? So he's shown in the past to be a top wide receiver talent. He's got it. He was a second overall pick. A lot of talent. He's been kind of the last couple of years been plagued in a bad system and with injuries. He's got Brian Dable there who transformed the Bills offense. Saquon Barkley is going to have maybe one of his best seasons yet this year. I think he can stay healthy. If he stays healthy, he will be amazing. Here's the other thing. So in our league, I've got Saquon Barkley, right?
You guys all just pick players that you had.
I don't have Bates.
Hey, Saquon Barkley, I had the option this offseason. He had a year left on his contract, his 5th-year option. I chose to extend him this offseason. Okay, I got him for what I would say the steal. Okay, I signed Saquon Barkley, 2 years, $25 million. Okay, we've got a like $225 million cap league. So I got this man for cheap. To give you a little context here, David Montgomery went in free agency in our league for 4 years, $87 million, and someone gave up a first-round pick to sign him. Here's the thing. David Montgomery may not even be the starting running back at the end of this year. I've got Saquon Barkley locked up, cheap, and he's going to be a starter for years to come. If not on the Giants, he'll be somewhere else. He's going to be good. So I think you can get Saquon Barkley for relatively cheap. I know his stock has been rising this offseason. Hey, I'd offer a late first for him right now. I'd offer a second and a fourth or something. Package some picks together for the future. I think he's worth having on your team. So go get him.
Any rebuttals?
I like it, Charlie. I mean, I agree. I like Saquon this year. Hopefully Dable brings a better offense with the Giants, and he can reap the benefit. The offensive line is better than it has been in the past. Just a matter of we really haven't seen Daniel Jones target Saquon Barkley like Eli Manning did since he didn't have the mobility that Jones does. So, I mean, that is kind of one question I would like to see as far as his receiving end goes of Barkley. But I think he should have a pretty good year. I mean, he's playing on his contract year, wants to put good film out there. If he stays healthy, he should have a good season.
Yeah. And hey, another plus might be that Daniel Jones may not be staying in the Giants organization after this year. So you might get some new blooded quarterback coming in.
A rookie who's going to need some help from his running back who's got a few years of experience.
That's right.
Yeah, I could see it, Char. All right. Well, I think vote in the comments who you think has the best, who gave the best buy now? Who do you agree with most? Do you agree with Steve, with Bates? Do you agree with Joe, with Lazard, or do you agree with Charlie, with Saquon Barkley? Let us know in the comments. I'm trying to think who I agree with the most. I think I like Lazard. I don't know. I think that's my vote. But let us know in the comments. If you do like this kind of thing, if you're into contracts, if you want to get more out of your fantasy football experience, definitely give us a follow. Subscribe to us here. Follow us on Twitter. We're always tweeting a lot of good information. That's at Front Office Pros. So definitely do that. And give us a follow. We'll be making more content like this and hoping to help improve your league experience.